you understand. Trouble all across the land, I can see.
It's our very, very good friend, BahaMa KiN.
Welcome.
Thank you. Peace, people. We're doing number. It's about people helping each other, you know, rather than celebrating good times all the times. That there's people out there that need attention to. It's a number called "Heal the Nation." Hear the people if you understand. Whole lot of across the land, I can save you if you can see. Ain't a whole lot that a blind eye sees, but your mind's eye sees and feels the prophecies. Frustration, let's heal the nation. Strange clouds whipping up across the land. Wake up now, got to lend a hand. Put it all back where it heal the nation when you're planting seeds. Trying to put life in the golden hood. Shake 'em on down, ain't no Hollywood movie. Let's heal the nation. There's no jobs here, ain't none over there. Feed the children and the elderly, I can save you if you now to heal it, heal the nation. I can feel it, to bring frustration. The nation. Strange clouds whipping up across the land. Wake up now, got to lend a hand. Put it all back where it needs to be. To heal the nation seeds. We're trying to put life in the golden hood. Shake 'em on down, ain't no Hollywood movie. To heal the nation. The solution. This is the solution. Welcome to this place, it's such a cozy little side street dream. Up before the dawn, smoking songs to play. I painted neon signs, sword run magic, it appears to you. Improve your sight until you gold and silver and your wild cards played. Yeah, down here, baby. Down here in East Village, baby. Down here in East Village, snapping fingers and making rainbow bread. Roof stars ruin who shows shrunken head. So turn it on and turn it up and let it rip and let sit down in East Village, you know, you know what I'm talking about, people? Yeah. Ooh, down in East Village, baby. Down in East. Hey, that's me and you, man. Thank you.
You're just the cutest thing. You know who you're reminding me right now? You know what came through to me?
Oh, jeez. Hope it ain't Charlie again.
No, it was Godspell.
Godspell.
Well, he's a folk
Oh, my
rocker.
goodness. There
Yeah.
You are a folk rocker.
Yeah.
You're.
That's in me. That came to me.
Yeah.
That's a,
Godspell.
Because-
Do you know Godspell, the show?
yes, I have. I've heard of it, but I was probably listening to Black Sabbath when, you know.
Well, I'm a show tune girl. I love show. One of my most. But I felt that, like, you know Godspell, right?
Yeah, you got the vibe to it. It's probably because it's real, you know.
Heal the Nation.
These songs are channeled like through me. It's
know.
like I just replicate of expressions, you know, emotions.
Yeah.
It's like I thank God all the time, you know, that, you know, look what you gave me, but gave me shine is for the people, you know.
It's a taking
It's
it
for
back.
others,
It's
you know.
a push and pull.
That's right. Remember that? The horse,
Yeah.
the push and pull.
Yeah, push and pull me. Of course I remember.
Those are the
it.
greatest.
I know. I live in a movie. Can't you tell?
I know. I know.
I know.
It's a good one, though.
I was told to like get out of the frickin' fairy tales already, but I can't. I
Yeah.
know. It won't
Yeah.
work.
That's
Exactly. I compare everything to like something fake.
Well, you know, we're alive. That ain't fake.
No.
That's right.
Or is it?
Oh, I don't know. We can't.
Exactly.
You're right. How do you know? It's a
We
push
don't
me
even
pull you.
know. Exactly. So, do you have any gigs coming up, BahaMa?
I
In
do
Connecticut?
not in Connecticut. I did some for Barbara Lombardo.
Nice.
I did some benefits for my sister Brenda.
How's she doing?
She's doing better, a lot
Good.
better. And you know they got rid of it, and you know heal the nation. And we raised some money for her and stuff. And I just did an interview with Bernie Torme, who was the guitarist of Ozzy Osbourne, GMT, and Ian Gillan's band.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been promoting him for like 10 years or so. He's got a new album coming out, Flowers and Dirt.
Nice.
It's a double album.
Uh-huh.
And he's doing well. And
Flowers
That's
and
what I
Dirt.
kinda
I
feel.
like that title because, you know, without dirt, there would be
That's
no
right.
flowers. The push me, pull me.
this is one of those push me pull me.
Exactly. I
We
like
love
that.
the dirt.
I love.
Show riding our inchworms and shit. Running around. Remember
But
the inchworm?
you know, today is something you might like because I know
What's that?
today is the day that the song "Imagine" by John Lennon
There
was
you go.
released.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of inspiration from John Lennon. What I learned from John Lennon was, you know, keep pushing forward. It doesn't matter what others say. As long as you're doing the right thing, you keep pushing forward because when other people are trying to make you, you know, they're throwing negativity at you, if you give in, you fail. You really literally fail, even if you're doing a good thing. So you just got to keep going forward.
Oh, gee, thanks.
That's absolutely, you know,
But it's
in hard
true.
times even, you know.
It's true.
Yeah.
Because you do,
Yeah.
things do change
Yeah,
at
they
some
do.
point.
They
You know, you got to hold on. You would know that.
Yeah.
There you
hold
go.
on, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
You're a
It's a
creature
whole
of that.
versus-
Yeah, exactly.
Just push on through.
That's all you can
Bring
do.
on through to the
Yeah.
I miss that guy.
Yeah.
Did you ever know him?
Jim Morrison?
Yeah.
No.
You never met him?
No.
No, he's
I
one you
met
know.
Jimi Hendrix.
Mm. Wow.
David Lee Roth's uncle, grandfather.
And I
right?
actually have a funny story about that. When he was 12, when David Lee, he came down to see me at the Cafe WhO, and he sort of walked up to the pizza shop on the corner, and I bought him a slice of pizza. He said, "How do you start a band?" I said, "Cool, who have the same interests as what I did." And he seemed to have listened to me. Did okay.
There you go. Alan created Van Halen, folks.
Yeah, I only met David Lee Roth once on the roof of Danceteria.
What's that? What's Danceteria?
Danceteria was a nightclub
Oh.
back in the day, and they had a roof, and we were hanging on the roof, and David Lee Roth was up there, and he was just like, "I'm hiding up here because if I go downstairs, my bodyguard's gonna make me leave." And he was hilarious. He was so
Like
funny.
I had to be nice to him when he was 12 because his uncle owned the club I was
Yes.
playing.
Begin with a B.
The Cafe WhO.
No, his uncle's.
Was Manny Roth.
Yeah, Manny.
Ah, interesting. So he should have known how to start a band. But
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
He knows how to start up.
Yeah. Well, he would know where to play.
He was 12, and he was just getting the bug then. I think.
Yes.
He was watching all the bands. I mean, Bruce.
I know.
I gotta wake up.
We gotta get.
So you got any records out? Recent ones?
I have a. And I'm gonna have them out. I'm gonna eventually do probably start my first CD. Actual CD will probably be a double one because I just songs
you got
just
a lot
come
of songs,
out, Alan, all the time, and soon it won't be long,
Right,
and
you got
I'm
a
getting
website?
ready to do some gigs. I've been doing gigs with
Cliff.
Cliff's out here. And,
I know you're on Facebook. You got a website?
Not a website, but I
Okay.
have Facebook and I'm on
Okay.
YouTube.
Okay.
And BahaMa, did you eat fluffernutters when you were a kid?
That's what made my hair curly. You see?
Well,
this is it, folks. You want a little trick?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you
Alan,
want-
need some?
No, thank you.
Okay, just check.
If you're gonna buy these CDs, I strongly recommend CD Baby.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's
That's what I'll do.
really where I've
Yeah.
20 CDs out on CD
Yeah.
Baby now, and they've been great to me.
That's great. That's good news
I'm
too.
making money every
Yeah.
week. It's a steady
Good
income.
for you.
And they're not interrupting it or anything.
And then they send you a notice like, guess what?
We need more CDs.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
CDs.
That's what it's
Yeah,
all
every
about.
morning I wake up, someone's bought your CD.
Yeah.
It's a good way
You're
to start
lucky.
the
Nice.
day.
Yeah.
So that's a good workable site. That's
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
CD
And
Baby.
then they do
Yeah.
all the other stuff for
I would
you.
recommend no other indie label.
Yeah.
I'll say only that.
Yeah. Okay.
There are others.
Yeah.
And they hook it all up into
Some of the
it,
indie
too.
labels are very much, the distributors are very much like the major labels, and they don't pay you. I had that
They
experience.
make the money and they get
Yeah.
large, and you
Yeah,
know,
CD Baby
CD
does.
Baby
Write more songs
they
about
actually pay you. Yeah.
They do.
Well, I have them on a hush order about
Yeah.
this one distributor because I was too focused, and they let me go. They let me out of my contract.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Now you don't have to do
Now,
that.
CD Baby only.
see, I'm learning. Remember?
Well, CD Baby,
That's
CD
how you
Baby,
go.
CD Baby will put you on to
Right.
iTunes,
Yeah, they hook
Okay.
it all up.
Amazon,
Oh, really?
Yeah, they do
everything.
it all.
Yeah,
They
and
do.
people can order downloads directly from
Yeah.
their site.
Oh,
You go to the
iTunes.
so they
digital.
incorporated,
Well,
Yeah.
they
They
set up a
started
whole
small, but
really
now they're
fair
big.
system for artists,
right.
and that's terrific. You know, somebody
Excellent.
like you would benefit from.
Yeah, they're,
Excellent.
They're,
Thanks,
they're
Alan.
good for the underdog.
Of course, Rude.
So now
And-
we need a skeleton from your closet.
Skeletons. Wow. Let me think. I'll tell you about the first time.
Okay.
I was, look at her, I was sure. She's
All right.
I think I'm the hand to my fluffer number. It's melting on me. Look,
Yeah.
folks, you get that? Look at that. Kids don't you need to fix your hoses in your car. Fluff another,
He's
folks. It
channeling
lasts us at
Yeah.
least 30 miles.
He's channeling Robin Williams right now.
Okay. Well, when I was 7 years old, this girl, Kathy Goodwin, came down to my house. They were playing out in the yard and all this stuff. And, all the kids in the yard were throwing Play-Doh and all this shit. And after a while, she was coming over, tickling me and all this, and pinning me down and all this, trying to spit and make sure, what, am I losing it?
Well, just in case.
Trying to pin me, and then pull it back up before it hit me and all this. So I was a kid complaining, and then it turned into, different. It turned different,
Yeah.
It started getting really different. So, of course, that changed. My hair started to curl, Alan. It did start. I wanted to curl there, It's like, started like Charlie Brown's curl.
Kathy Goodwin.
Yes,
I knew
so
Kathy Goodwin.
eventually, she got in the back of my mother's car. Show me mine, I'll show you yours. Thing. I figured, well,
Yeah.
be better than getting spit on. Hey, maybe we can work this out. So, it was one of those sessions of show me mine, I'll show you yours, and But the only problem is when the old knickers are down to the ankles, it's like I hear this. Well, it's my two sisters looking in the window laughing. They're like, nose pressed up against the glass, and I'm just like.
That's a great one.
Then I grew 2 curls.
That's a great one.
But that was the first time, and like
short curly.
I ain't stopped since. Now I got a lot of curls.
Hi, KiN!
Feel the nation, ReW.
Where did this happen?
Farmington, Connecticut.
Okay, to Connecticut.
Of course.
Got it. All right.
You can save me. Ain't a whole lot that a blind eye sees, but your mind's sees frustration. But to the nation, fires whipping up across the land.
What's that you say? Keeping it real, keeping it rude.